Hey everyone, me Kevin here. The Senate has agreed to begin debate on the next stimulus bill. The Senate's version of the stimulus bill, of course, caps the eligibility for stimulus checks to $80,000 per single person and $160,000 as a couple, after which you get zero. This reduces those eligible for stimulus checks by over 17 million. According to the Washington Post, 11.8 million fewer adults and 4.6 million fewer children will get stimulus payments under this new modification. Obviously, the $15 per hour minimum wage has also been stripped. However, before beginning the debate on this stimulus package, we are now required to listen. Well, I guess we're not required to listen to it. The Senate is required to read the entire stimulus bill, and that they are currently doing. Senator Ron Johnson wants the entire $1.9 trillion bill read out loud. It is about 628 pages, which means every single page that gets read is worth about $3 billion. Republicans are attempting to stall the stimulus bill as much as possible to increase their leverage in the amendment negotiations. So far, at the time of this recording, the Senate has spent 3 hours reading the bill, and they've gotten through about 156 pages. The entire bill could take up to 12 hours at this rate to read in full. Currently, the only senator actually present in the Senate is Senator Ron Johnson, the one who wants to listen to the whole thing being read out loud. The House of Representatives is shut down today due to a security threat, but the Senate is working, reading the bill out loud, and slowly making progress on beginning debate on the actual stimulus package. Vote-A-Rama is the event that is now scheduled to begin on Friday instead of today, due to the delay for having to read the bill out loud. Representative Eric Swalwell, a Democrat, calls this a stunt. In the meantime, reporters have discovered that one Republican senator, Lisa Murkowski, may vote for the stimulus bill. Her goal is to wield her willingness to vote for the bill as a way to get some of her priorities in the bill. This means that even though all eyes are on Democrat Joe Manchin to make sure that he votes for the bill, because remember, if we lose just one Democrat, the bill doesn't go through, Lisa Murkowski is seeing this as an opportunity to basically be a really good backup strategy. Hey, if Joe Manchin wants to hold firm, well, then just give me my priorities and I'll give you the vote you need. Classic Congress. And this is very important because Dick Durbin said today that we still haven't secured the 50 Democratic votes. So having this Republican option open is possibly not a horrible thing. Also, the Senate parliamentarian removed Nancy Pelosi's pet project of receiving $100 million of funding for the Bay Area rapid transit system known as BART. The system is desperately in need of funding, but the parliamentarian removed this from the bill. She also removed $1.5 million for the Seaway International Bridge in Schumer's district. Nancy Pelosi's office has responded to this and said, essentially, hey, great, now Republicans have no reason not to vote for the bill. You may as well vote for it now, because the one thing you were complaining about, Nancy Pelosi's subway, is now gone, not getting funding. Obviously, most Republicans still plan to vote against the stimulus plan, though. Now, regarding timing, the 20 hours of debate for this stimulus bill are set to begin on Friday, and Republicans are already threatening to propose hundreds of amendments, which each get debated and voted on. This is a delay tactic. It's a way for Republicans to not only draw out this process and try to get concessions from Democrats by offering to shorten the amendment process. Hey, look, we'll propose less amendments if you just give us this. Very, very common. Usually Democrats don't go for the amendments. They've gone for some, but very, very few so far in the House. We'll see what happens in the Senate. And this, by the way, is also a way to ambush Democrats with politics. See, this amendment process actually becomes a great campaigning tool for 2022. Some actually suggest that Donald Trump's campaign teams are potentially involved in this amendment creation process to purposely come up with politically charged amendments in a way to corner Democrats. For example, on the House Vote-A-Rama, which was the House version, that's done, now we're on the Senate version. In the House version, for example, House Democrats were asked to accept an amendment that would have potentially included more fraud protections for unemployment pay. However, doing so would have imposed more procedural hurdles or burdens on individuals receiving unemployment, and that could have potentially delayed those individuals actually receiving unemployment. And Democrats wanted to prioritize the speed of this unemployment system and using the new safeguards they already have in place. Therefore, Democrats ended up voting against more fraud protections in the unemployment process. And now Republicans immediately took that information to social media and said, Democrats just voted against fighting fraud in unemployment. This is classic politics. Democrats do it to Republicans, Republicans do it to Democrats. That's just the name of the game on Capitol Hill. Donald Trump, by the way, on YouTube was suspended today for just the potential that he would post a video and potentially incite violence on Capitol Hill, given the rumors that there would be a Capitol Hill attack today. Discussions are also beginning on an infrastructure plan, which could be as large as $3 trillion, which is about 50% larger than the current stimulus package. Biden hosted a bipartisan meeting today at the White House to talk about infrastructure, and Republican Representative Sam Graves says there's no way he's going to vote for this infrastructure plan if it raises the deficit. Graves also said there's no way this bill is going to get done through budget reconciliation, meaning that in his opinion, 10 Republican votes will be required in the Senate to get this bill done. Biden views infrastructure as critical, especially since guess which country is beating us on infrastructure? China. In a big way. They're pouring billions of dollars into infrastructure, and Biden wants to size him up with trillions of dollars of money printing. Meanwhile, the American Society of Civil Engineers rated U.S. infrastructure at a D+ in 2017. They did revise their estimate upward currently to a C-, which isn't anything to cheer about. And Pete Buttigieg says that currently raising the gas tax is off the table, at least for now. At the same time, the market is in turmoil. The Fed refuses to fight the bond market. The Fed does not want to say the bond market is wrong for spiking, and by not wanting to counter this fight, stocks have not only sold off terribly today, but they are continuing their sell-off in after hours. Gold broke support as well, not actually showing any kind of safety net here. Gold is now below $1,700 per ounce, falling from its 1950 high at the start of January. Folks, if there's anything I can suggest during the downtime that you've got at home, take a look at my programs on building your wealth in the links down below. Use coupon code HODL, and we'll see you in the next video.